Wow, stories.
Am I the idiot for not wanting to be around my mother-in-law after she had a wardrobe malfunction? My mother-in-law, female 42, was using our hot tub to help her with her back pain. I, male 31, was sitting with her, and she started stretching, and her swimsuit top came untied. She didn't exactly rush to cover up, and I saw much more than I wanted to see. She apologized, but it was still really weird for me. Anyways, I tell my wife, female 28, about it, and she just laughs it off. I mention I don't want her coming over to use the hot tub anytime soon, or at least I don't want to be around her. She flips out and it starts a huge fight. Edit for info and clarity. Yes, she did have my wife at age 14. She was a single mom, but my wife was really raised by her grandmother. My mother-in-law and wife interact more like siblings, friends, and less like mother and daughter. Additionally, my mother-in-law does not treat me like a son-in-law, even though I always try to treat her like a mother-in-law and give her the respect that comes with it. I believe she treats me more like a friend rather than any type of maternal figure. I have known her only a couple years, but she has been around a lot more to clean up the house every other week. She usually uses the hot tub when she's done to help with her back pain, as I mentioned in the original post. We didn't ask her to do this, she offered, and my wife enjoys having her around more. I personally didn't mind and appreciated the extra help until now. So to be clear, this is the first time she has never exposed herself to me. However, in the past, there have been other weird stuff, like her brushing her chest against me in the kitchen when reaching for things. She will wear low-cut shirts when she is coming over to the house with just me there. She is very touchy, but my wife says that's how she's always been. There has been no verbal flirting whatsoever as far as I can tell, but until now I haven't been really paying attention. I am now second-guessing previous encounters with her, but I may just be paranoid. I don't want to cut my mother-in-law forever or anything. I just need time to reset away from her, not an idiot. This feels like a testing the waters thing to me, and it isn't unreasonable that it would make you feel weird. It's unfortunate that your wife decided to fight about it instead of hearing you, but you can just drop it and conveniently be busy with other things if her mom comes over to soak. Not an idiot. It sounds like she was trying to flirt with you or at least show you how desirable she was still. Accidents happen, but honestly, a stretch and the ties come undone is only something you'd see in a movie. She tried to get some attention, and you have a right to feel uncomfortable. If your wife still wants her to be able to use the hot tub, then you need to find someplace else to be whenever your mother-in-law comes over. Now for the next story. Am I the idiot for asking my spouse's family to not take pictures of our child? We, 30, female and 33, male, just had a baby, who we are very protective of. Our plan is to minimize their digital footprint. We do not post them on social media or really display them in any fashion to anyone outside of our immediate circle. Everyone has respected our wishes, aside from my husband's family. My husband's dad is from Iran. Husband's dad has said multiple times he should not have to ask to take pictures or his grandchild. We explained our goal is to protect children, as I don't know who else would be viewing these pictures, since his dad is a world traveler to locations we have never been with people we have never met, let alone heard of. We made a long drive this weekend to visit his dad here stateside. Husband's dad had a few of his family members in town to see their mother, whose health is failing. We wanted my husband's grandma to meet the new baby. Husband made it very clear to his dad, no one is to kiss or take pictures of the baby without our consent. His dad loosely translated to the visiting family who do not speak English. Not a single one, including his dad, respected our wishes. So many people we don't know stuck their phone into a child's face and took pictures and videos. Husband did his best to patrol this, but ultimately couldn't stop them all. Husband spoke with his father about this, who said we are overreacting and being disrespectful to his side of the family. We tried to explain that these rules we have in place are for everyone. Now husband and his dad are not on good terms. Husband is upset at his dad for not respecting our wishes. Am I an idiot for this? Edit. In regards to babies being kissed, we do not want anyone to kiss babies' hands, feet, head, and obviously face for many reasons. Viral diseases from the oral area can easily be transmitted to babies who have zero immune systems. Also, all of his family smoke cigarettes, which neither of us smoke, nor do we want a baby exposed to third-hand smoke. You're an idiot. I want to protect your kid from being overly exposed online, But forbidding relatives from taking pictures of a new baby in the family is kind of nuts. Fundamentally, what you said was, you aren't allowed to take pictures of your grandchild because I don't trust you. Not cool. You're an idiot. It's reasonable to ask that your child not be posted on social media. It's not reasonable to ask that no photos be taken of your child ever. Are you afraid the camera is going to steal the baby's soul? WTF? What could possibly result from your baby's grandfather showing a picture to a stranger thousands of miles away that has no way to contact or find you? You're being paranoid and overprotective. Now for the next story. Am I the idiot for threatening to call the cops on the person who gave my underage son alcohol? Preface. I live in the US. Drinking age is 21. I understand that in different countries it differs, but this is the law where I am. Also, some context. When my kids were younger, they had an amazing babysitter, Allie. She's only 10 years older than my oldest, Faith, and 12 years older than my youngest, Tim. My husband and I viewed her as a daughter figure, and she told us several times that she thought of us as parents. Now, our kids are 18 and 16. Faith is several states away at college and ended up being rushed to the hospital. It was pretty bad, so my husband and I decided to go be with her, help out, and potentially bring her home should it get there. The issue was Tim had a few very important exams at school as well as work, so he couldn't come. We have no family in the area, so we asked if Allie could stay with him for a few days, basically to make sure that he's all right. We're also not dumb. Tim is a good kid, but we've all seen one too many sitcom episodes where parents go away and a party gets thrown. Allie agreed. We returned 4 days later after our daughter was cleared. Later that afternoon, a friend sent me a TikTok which showed Tim drunk. A lot of kids his age were around and also clearly under the influence. I confronted Tim right away and he came clean. He explained that he was having friends over, which we did expect and were okay with. However, someone bought him alcohol and it got out of control. I called Allie and asked where she was the night of the party. She said she was at her friend's house because she didn't want to intrude on Tim's friends. I mentioned alcohol, and she got super defensive before finally admitting that she supplied the alcohol before leaving. I am livid with both her and Tim. While I understand teens may drink, they put myself and my husband at risk. If someone got hurt, we'd be liable even if we weren't home. Parents would have sued us. We're speaking with Tim about drinking responsibly, the laws around it, and how much trouble he could get himself and others in. A talk we already had, but I guess it didn't sink in. He was also grounded. Allie tried to downplay it. I pointed out I have plenty of evidence that she supplied alcohol and threatened to call the police. She freaked out and said I was overreacting. My husband is trying to convince me to not file a report. He says we should just cut Allie off and move on, but I feel this shouldn't go unpunished. Am I an idiot? Everyone sucks here. My older siblings got me drunk when I was 15. It's a shitty rite of passage, but what if it was your daughter buying alcohol for your son? Would you call the police? I'm going to guess not. On one hand, you want to treat Allie like one of your own kids, and on the other, you want to punish her for having that kind of big sister relationship with your kids. Be thankful nothing bad happened, but only call the cops if you'd do the same if it was your daughter in the situation. Not an idiot. You have every right to be livid, and I think it's fair enough to file a report, especially considering this is your child that someone else has betrayed your trust of. But honestly, I would suggest not filing a report, simply because I don't think it's going to be effective or resolve anything. Simply cut that person out of your life, reinstate boundaries for your children, and continue on with life.